my character's name is Lyand, variously known as Land or Lyand or however you want to pronounce it, but Lyand. He is a bit of a rich kid, but is very much under the shadow of his older sister, and doesn't like that very much, but gets on with it because one day he hopes the keys to the estate will be his. He's quite an intense character, and he enjoys watching other people fight battles, and can and will and did get involved in the battle that happened in the Pro Bendon arena, and took out a few of whoever it was that we were fighting. His family are well known for various things, but there is a certain allure of cold hard cash that certainly happens. Yeah, he's an earthbender, and I don't know what else to say. He's not that old. Early 20s. Did you say early 20s? I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah, early 20s. So yeah, he reckons the world owes him big time, and he's taken his dues whenever he can. So that's my character.
So Baku was previously a member of the Daily, or like a part of them. They were basically non-benders trained with like chi blocking and fighting styles to basically sort of be able to handle benders like that became too troublesome. So like the watchman who watch the watchman kind of situation. And he ended up on his current path because he was sent on a mission to basically root out some extremists, and they turned out to be effectively like basically half-starved refugees. So he basically got into a fight with his partner, basically to buy them time so they could escape.
I am John Long, an ex-Fire Nation soldier, who, he found out that his general was as corrupt as can be. So he deserted the Fire Nation army and tried to find some people. Well, actually, deserted. He had to escape because General Han found out that I found out. So I escaped, but now I'm trying to hunt down General Han to expose him for the fraud he is.
Okay.
And I'm close.
Yeah, we normally have Minerva, but she's not available. So let me tell you a bit of the story, Sam. What's happened over the past few sessions, as the party went to a pro bending world championships. It was the final match between the Firefarers and I have to say this correctly because Schoon is gonna scold me. The Badger Moles. Badger Moles, yep. It was a celebration of Korra and Asami and everyone that was available at that point. But they got attacked by a they don't have a name yet, but they call themselves the Black Arrows. They are, we can say, airbenders, but instead of using the power for good, they're actually using the power to take life, technically.
Yeah, there were also other benders because we also had some fire bending and some earth bending that attacked us.
Yeah, and there is a guy called General Han. It's technically the bad guy at the moment. And where we left off was that they are trying to go after him.
Well, I am mostly.
You are, yeah.
I just ran off to behind him because I just hate the guy.
Technically.
Because he's not a nice guy. He's kind of a dick.
So yeah, I'm not gonna introduce you yet as a character, Sam, because we're still partly there. So
More than fine.
as we left off, you were standing at the hallway to go after General Han. The three of you.
Let me open my notes.
Pabu is a bit heavy on my head though.
Yeah, we fought someone. The last fight we had was Chi Lao.
Yep.
That I knew from my time in the army, who was a prodigy, but apparently he became a lava bender, not just a firebender.
Yeah, to give a bit of a background to Chi Lao was the prodigy of the favorite of General Han. And he went up into technically the ranks of the army. And they tried to stop Zhao Long to get to General Han. But it wasn't that successful.
But it does give me a sign that he is afraid of me.
Definitely is. So as you...
You might just be late for lunch.
Yeah, it could be. As you stand before the hallway, what do you do?
I'm gonna see if I can find General Han, or at least find out where he went.
Okay. So you walk into the... I guess you run into the hallway then? Because that's the last...
Yeah.
As you run into the hallway, you see that the walls are like broken down. There's fire scorch marks on the wall. There are a few, there's rocks on the ground. There's water. There's everything's broken inside of the hallway. And as you run through it, it takes you about 10 minutes because it's a very long hallway. There are a few people fighting the Black Arrows as well, but they don't pay any attention to you guys because they're way too busy to get stopped by the Ba Sing Se police because they arrived way too late to the party. The chief. You know that the chief of police is actually a drunk at this point because they don't have the support of the Beifong's family anymore. They moved on to different cities such as Republic City and a bit more towards the north as well in the spirit world. You can also see spirits fly around because the portal is still open. You see glimpses of a poster with an owl on it. You mostly know about the library, so you see posters of the library hanging around as well. But those are mostly burned around the edges.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you move forward to it. I'm gonna move Pabu from my head because he is very heavy. Give me a second, and my light goes away.
So, am I right in remembering that was it Asami that was kidnapped?
Yeah, Asami was kidnapped.
Disappeared.
Yeah,
When I was kicked off the platform, I believe Mako jumped after me and helped.
Yep.
Mako fell, and I jumped after him. And when
Bolin fell. Bolin was the one that fell.
Bolin was the one who fell.
Yeah.
And then I tried to get him back, and when we were back, Asami was gone.
Yeah, we were fighting around the top,
in the bleachers.
galleries.
Yeah.
So.
Because she also
Yep.
Yeah, so as you also run through the hallway, you see light at the end of the tunnel. But you can also see on the ground, you see technology, like broken down technology laying around. You can see that it's...
There's gloves and stuff.
Yeah, it is future tech, future industry technology. You know that Asami uses a certain amount of technology because, yeah, she has no bending at all. And as you run, you come outside of... Yeah, you come outside of the arena, inside of a giant park. Just outside, you see a monorail, like the monorail and train on the far north. If you take a look and as you are focused on getting to General Han, you see in the distance at the monorail, you see that Asami is getting pulled in with a guy that is a big of stature, and you look at him, see him as General Han, and you see them both move into the train.
Yeah. Do I see any of the guys nearby? That I don't know if they followed into the hallway.
You mean the Black Arrows, or?
No, Baku and.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I guess they're with. Are you guys with them? That's the question.
I think because what's his name escaped.
Yeah, General Han escaped. Yeah.
Well, the guy we had a fight with, and we kind of trapped, and then he escaped while we were dealing with the Black Arrows. What was his name?
Yeah. Okay.
Well done.
Level?
Oh,
No.
Chilao, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also escaped during the fight and everything, and I take it that you are both with Joe on this.
Yeah, I'm running along, and as we're running, I'm saying they said that they wanted a team to look for the Avatar, right? That's what they wanted. Imagine how prestigious that would be if we could find the Avatar. And you think that General Han has got Asami? Is that what you're saying? And I'm saying this to Joe as we're running along.
I'm not thinking it. I'm seeing it.
What?
He is taking Asami into the train. We have to save her.
And that'll get us on the team to look for the Avatar, will it?
It might, but we have to stop him at least. You don't know what he does to people.
I mean, saving someone important generally comes with fringe benefits.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go. I'm up for that. Lead on, Joe. Oh, have you introduced yourself, actually? That's a good point. Did you ever say your name? No.
I don't think she has. No.
Lead on, pal.
Yeah,
I'm going to that train. If you want to help me, just follow me. And I use my firebending to start propelling myself towards the train. Taking a leap and
until he introduces himself formally, I'm calling him Spitty McFireball. I'll say this to you, okay?
Spitty. Yeah.
Oh my! Are you going to be the sucker of the party? No, not Bender. This kind of naming.
His name you chose to dramatically take off.
I say. Well, yeah. Well, we better get after Spitty then. My name's Land, by the way. Good to meet you.
Baku, pleasure.
Baku.
Now let's get ahead of it. Catch up with him before he hurts himself or someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as all you three actually go towards the train, you bump into someone along the way, and that is Sam's character.
Bump. Who's bumping into her?
Bump.
You are actually Joe.
Okay, then I would say I'm keeping my eye on the train. I want to jump to use my firebending, but instead of using my firebending, I jump into her, and we fall.
I think. I was gonna say, I think immediately as you run into me, it's almost like like Doctor Strange, like when he's opening a portal, except exactly, except it's just like a wall of water, like a shield that's like circled right in front of her, and she backs up and is like, "Who the hell are you?"
Ow! That hurt. I'm trying to save Asami.
Who?
And you see, at this point, we run in because you've slowed them down, and we're up with it. Look, can you just? We need to get to that. We need to get over there to that monorail right away because they're looking for the Avatar. We're going to get a team together. We're putting a team together. We haven't got much time, but we need to get Asami. We need to get Asami. And this guy here, Spitty McFireface, wants to stop the general who's apparently it's kidnapped her. Somebody, there's a coup going on right now. There's a coup. We have to get stopping it.
And this is why coffee is best enjoyed in moderation.
Okay.
So basically, there was a celebrity at this bending tournament we were just at, and she's been kidnapped.
Don't tell me you don't know.
In short, I mean, not everyone knows who Asami is. In and out of it.
No. Okay. I guess. And like she kind of like puts the shield of the water shield down, and it's like
Standing up, and I'm like, you see a little bit of smoke and fire coming out of my mouth, and I'm dry.
I'm just like,
Yeah, but thanks for stopping the hothead over there.
Watch it.
it might need someone to cool that down.
We better get moving, or that train's going to start without us.
Yeah. And I follow behind him.
Okay.
I just kind of look over my shoulder as I'm running to the train, and I'm like, Naya, by the way.
Baku,
Naya,
pleasure to meet you.
Dan, good to meet you.
Just call me Jaw.
Joe, there you go. He's not
Gotcha.
shitty after all.
What?
I prefer the original
I
name.
kind of enjoyed Spitty McFireface, though. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, that could be your nickname from now on, Spitty.
Spitty. I'm writing that down. Spitty McFireface.
Oh my god. Yep, we got an actual sucker.
Hey, and you didn't even try to do it on purpose. It's the best way.
Yeah, you only miss a boomerang. That's it.
Would you like a boomerang?
Have we caught up with the train yet?
I'm doing the same thing as I wanted to do, taking a new leap and using my firebending to propel myself up to towards the train.
Okay, as you are running towards the monorail system, you actually see that the train and the monorail that General Han and Asami are all is actually leaving the station just as you enter the station. There are the black arrows are there to actually stop you from coming further into the station.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you see about 100 of them just there that are like, that's not what you normally saw at what happened at the arena.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get past these guys and just do something that you saw Azula do in that prison episode. Jump on the track and use my fireman and glide over the track behind the train.
Okay.
Okay, so you're chasing the train.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my focus now is not actually General Han, but getting Asami. Freeing Asami, that's my main goal now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And as you jump over, you actually jump over the crowd.
Yeah, over those Black Arrow guys, and then land on the track, and then slide over the track, propelling myself in my firebending.
Yeah. So what do you guys do in this situation?
We're gonna try to catch
Yeah.
up.
Because you know that there's like this big station building around it, but you know that tracks are actually also on the outside.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. So we could, I think, I would point at the track, saying the train's going that way. Why don't we try and block it on the track so that we could just I make a big gesture towards the track and start sprinting that way.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'll chase after it as well. I'll probably try and use like, I don't know, whatever's along the way, like the benches or whatever, to try and vault up onto it.
Mm-hmm.
For lack of magic hands.
Okay. Cool.
I think I kind of like create a almost like a bobsled trail of water that just it's like straight ice that freezes, and I can just
You're
kind
doing
of like
an ice
jump on
man?
it and
She's doing an Iceman.
Ice bending.
yeah, literally, just like
Yeah.
tidal wave of water that instantly freezes on the ground, and I just kind of like jump on it and surf my way through. Just shoo.
Okay.
What?
Cool.
Do you also have like a water flask on your belt like Katara has, or?
Yeah, I do. And kind of like a amulet around my neck that contains like water from home. That's like specifically kind of like attuned to me that like I can use. But I can kind of just create water at will as well too. Like
Yeah.
it's nice to have little extras in case I'm too tired to, which is normally what I carry it for. But I can just kind of pull it out of the air essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, as a waterbender, you actually can't do that because water is all around you. Okay, yeah,
But
so,
a lot of waterbenders aren't frowned upon that because you pull water like out of plants and stuff like that.
yeah, but you know it's been years
Do
and
what I need
years,
to.
so
Yeah, I think she just kind of like looks at that and it's like, I do what I need to.
I get to the bottom of the track, having seen what's going on, and I just lift myself up with a bunch of stone, just
Yeah.
and up to the track level. Has the train passed the point that we're in?
it has not yet passed the point. So as you you go up, you actually see the train coming, like about 50 meters from you.
I don't know that I can metal bend, but could I try to metal bend? Is there any roll that I could make that would let me try to do that?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Can I create out there either that or create a blockade of ice directly in front of it, like freeze the track?
You can, because with PPTA, it's do whatever you can. So
And
as
see
long
if
as
you
it
can.
falls within my powers. Yep, awesome.
yeah, but I would say to roll with a creativity, because it's
Okay.
being creative.
Roll with creativity.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
and that counts for you both.
Okay.
Well, that is wow. Yeah, okay. Well, nothing
Control
to
sound.
nothing
Yeah,
for me
let's
to.
go.
I cannot say it doesn't work, but it does work because it's both a full
Well-
hit. So
I don't see Sam's roll, to be honest. I only see
Naya.
I see Naya.
Naya has
I don't
a full
see,
hit.
her roll.
Oh, I do.
It's-
I do.
That's a 10.
Yeah. So
D6 plus 1, 10. Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, to
Leanne, you are trying to mellow bend, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to say that I try because I know it can be done, but I've never done. But I feel it's kind of important, and I focus, and it actually
Yeah.
works. And I'm really bloody surprised. And I'm just standing on top of this bit of rock, going, "Did you see that?"
And I'm coming by. What?
Is that not something you normally do?
But I've never been able to do that before. And then by that point, the train's probably up anyway, so I'm not going to say too much.
Yeah, and then you see me come.
And it hits the block of ice or something, I guess.
Yeah, as you start to try metal bending, you notice that the rails is actually like shaking, and towards the movement of I would say kind of like Superman when he lands that and comes out, that there's like a sonic movement into the metal, and like it goes off, and you bend together with Naya actually, because the ice block she's creating, the metal goes inside of it to actually make a metal barrier as well.
Whoa, cool.
And
Metal enforced ice barrier.
yeah.
I just hope he doesn't
pretty
derail
sick,
the train.
So as that happens, the train actually speeds towards the block, and it goes past through it because it has such speed that it's
Velocity breaks right
yeah,
through the
it's the velocity that goes through it. But the train does go off the rails about 500 meters further off. And you see the train, like, it's I would say that it has carts behind it, so it goes like it's like an what do you call it, an accident happening with
Piling into each other.
yeah, they're piling up and just falling off the tracks.
Oh, pilot.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay. I
Wasn't trying
tried
to
to.
make that happen.
I see the train stopping pretty abruptly in front of me, or at least losing a lot of speed pretty
Yeah.
fast. So I'm just changing my flames to forward so that I can stop,
Okay.
because I'm sliding on over the rails.
Yeah, so people around you, because if you look down and you see like the newspaper and everything is there, because it's all happening over the city.
The trains actually, as soon as I see them, and I'm like, and I try and bend some pillars against the train to support it from falling off.
Okay.
To try and pull up some pillars to kind of steady it if I can. I'm not sure if that's.
Are these trains
I'll roll
actually-
with it, but
It's one way to hit the brakes.
Yeah. Are these trains actually already fully made of metal, or because of Basing Say they're still made out of stone?
They're also made of stone. It's a bit of a mix.
oh, all right.
Yeah, because the train system in Basing Say were
Yeah,
sliding carts
Yeah.
on stone tracks.
as a citizen of Ba Sing Se, both Liand and Baku know that they're trying to replace these trains, but it takes a while to get them built. And they're actually trying to replace them all with metal trains.
So this pillar of stone erupts from the
Yeah.
ground on whatever side the train's sloping off to, as it's listing to one side,
Yeah.
and a pillar reaches up as high as it needs to get to the side of the carriage, be it stone or metal, and just try and stop it from actually tilting right off.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That actually works. With your 13, that actually does work.
Wasn't that for the.
Now I count this as part of that situation. As you, I think you are all trying to get closer to getting Asami out. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you move towards the train, you see people knocked out. People are knocked out. You see normal guests inside of that train as well. Kind of hurt, of course, with the explosion and everything. But as you come close to the train, you actually do not see Asami anywhere. But you do see Fire Nation clothing that is actually broken off, like ripped.
Mm-hmm. Because I did see Asami being pulled into this train, right?
Yeah.
How many carts does this train have?
4 carts in total.
And I think I would be in the back cart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, because I see the ripped clothes there, they've taken her more to the front. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can find them in the front.
Okay.
So following the cart up to the front as well as possible, because it's slightly off track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have to climb up because they're also on top of each other when you come further in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you notice that you actually do not fit inside of like this thing, this ledge.
Would I be able to? I'm kind of a little bit on the. I'm not like short, but I'm about like average height.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
Yeah, it needs a really small person to get into it.
Okay. Not to me.
Like child size.
Real life my size, or?
No, child size. Definitely child size.
Anyone in the crowd? We
Are there
could go up.
people in there?
There are people in there.
There are people in there? Damn. Well, there goes my idea.
Yeah, we are not gonna explode the entire train, no.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. I was just gonna say, water expands when it freezes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can like fill it up and prop it up like a balloon.
Yeah, you could use like a crank to sort of like either prop it up or to like force something open.
I mean, you could try if you can use it as a crank to make the space a bit bigger.
I don't know how strong it would be though. I feel like the ice would probably break against the weight of it if we tried to like crank it.
Is this
And give it a
what
shot.
material is this part of the train?
That is rock.
Yeah, we can just give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah.
What I'll try and do is like, if I could try and time it as well, like I could try and like slip in once it's like open the hole big enough.
Okay.
See if us get inside.
Mm.
Do a parkour like.
Parkour.
I think like leg up on something and then like swing through the window once it's like forced open.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet I would know some moves because of the army training, military training.
Yeah. So as you are, I think it's gonna be about an hour. As you're busy with like getting the trains separate and getting through everything. It takes about an hour half. But as you move through it, you see more people hurt. People are getting out because the police and I guess the fire department are there as well, trying to help you get the people out of the trains.
Did they bring a water truck? Because then we have a very positive thing when there's a water truck with our waterbender.
I guess they
borrowing it.
I guess they need to at least, yeah, because it's a lot of fire and everything, so they need a lot of water.
Sorry.
And you can also use that as a source.
I kind of like, I want to help put the fire out on one end and then kind of like, as safely as I can, attempt to like usher the rest of the people in the train cars like out and away from safety. So I'm kind of like holding off, like spraying water out of one hand and like with the other hand, like, come on, like this way, like quickly, away from the fire, please.
Yeah, you also see that there are other waterbenders around that use, they're creating a I guess a water slide, literally a water slide to get people out.
Gladly, I'm assisting with that for sure. Looks like fun.
Margin.
Yeah.
Just as we get to the back of the train, sort of backtracking a bit, where we see that there's somebody's trying to get in, Jaws there and trying to get in. I'm like, when we ran along the side of the train, you said we didn't see Asami in there at all. Can I elevate myself at all and have a look around, just to see if I spot somebody running away that matches that description? Because I'm thinking that maybe they pulled a double bluff and they've tried to get on the train, but they ran down the other side or whatever.
Yeah, as a airbender, you lift yourself up higher, more on above the trains, I guess, right?
Yeah. Just to sort of get with some of the top of the trains to have a look around, just a quick scan to see if I spot anybody running, getting hauled, getting bundled into a different vehicle or something, because I'm a bit suspicious.
Okay. As you lift yourself up, this is all during that hour and a half. You lift yourself up and you see a card that, due to you don't know the type of bending, but you do see a card disappear, like it's going into a spirit world.
What? Okay. I am mightily confused by that. When I look at it, I just see this thing disappearing in front of me, and I'm like, I can't tap my head. Look at it. So I go back down and I help with the rescue efforts after that. And when if I find anybody, like Joe, I'll say, does your General Han travel in the spirit world? Is that something that he does? Does he have connections to the spirits?
No, not that I know of. He's an even bigger hothead than I am.
I just saw. I just think I thought I saw a train cart disappearing in front of me when I was looking at it, and I.
Have you been drinking cactus water?
I've just come from a business meeting to no, I haven't. I can't explain it. Let me think about it some more, but let's get these people out. Yeah, I'm not even sure about what I saw myself, so I'm not taking it too seriously, but it's sitting on my mind because it was bloody strange. And yeah, so I helped the rescue efforts at that point, just trying to lift up trains and prop up windows and whatever needed.
I'm just scanning, still trying to look in other parts of the train to see any sign of maybe Asami or General Han or anything.
I'm just trying to get anyone who's on the train off the train.
Yeah. So, as George searches for General Han and Asami, the rest of you get all the people out, all injured. They get sent off to Basaksehir Hospital, and some of them are in such a severe condition that they're sent off to Republic City by Azerbaijan, because they're using Azerbaijan still as a means of what they call a helicopter.
I don't think they spin like that.
He didn't say which part of the helicopter.
There, you gotta be specific. Gotta be specific.
Yeah, true.
Valid point.
Very valid. Well done, sir. Well done. Now, as the
character dies.
and a giant rock falls on you and you die. But no.
And then he dies.
Yeah, so people are getting lifted off, people are getting sent off to the hospital, and there's this more older gentleman, as you all are down on the ground. A more older gentleman is coming up to you, and says, "I can't thank you enough, heroes."
Is it someone we know?
You, how long have you been in Ba Sing Se?
I think because I knew General Han was coming here, I would say I have been here a while.
Okay.
To look for him, hoping he would be there sooner and get the jump on him.
Okay. So you, the guys from Ba Sing Se, and mostly everyone actually, you see President Wu standing in front of you.
A president, I think, would be pretty well known, especially Wu.
Yeah, Wu is actually standing in front of you.
Yeah.
As soon as I recognize who it is, I'm like,
a curtsy.
I see that you guys are helping my city people. I know we're a republic, not a kingdom anymore, as I undid that years and years back. I take it you are the people Asami was trying to get?
not
Yes,
really.
that's right. I step forward and go, yeah, that's right. Myself, my family, my friends, always happy to help the city, sir. And I reach my hand out to
And you are?
And I just ignore. And I look the president in the eye and shake him, say, always very happy to help, sir.
He grabs your hand, and places the other hand on top of it and shakes your hand. What is your family name, sir?
I'm from the Felshen family. My sister runs the company.
Okay.
You may know us.
I've heard of you. Yeah.
I knew it. Excellent. Well, I'd just like to say that on behalf of everybody, we'll obviously do everything we can to put this terrible situation to an end. And I stand back, just kind of being thankful and looking not every ounce of a criminal that I am.
Naya just points over at Jaw and is like, "This one almost ran me over." And said that there was somebody who was in danger, so I just got here. But pleasure to always help, President.
Yeah, the easiest way to stop all this is to get General Han. He's the guy behind this.
So you're Jaw, right? I heard of you.
Jaw Long, yeah. You may call me Jaw.
Yeah, you might have an anger problem. Try to keep that on a low.
That anger is only focused on General Han.
I get that. I get that. Baku, my friend.
Yes.
What are you doing this part?
Well, I was accompanying a friend of mine to the pro bending tournament.
Of course.
And that's when the trouble started, so I chipped in to try and help the people.
Okay. So General Han escaped, and we have no idea where he went to. I wish to offer you at least a place to stay, like a house or something. Like we have an old tea house that is rebuilt as a hostel. only for on invite, and we wish to invite you guys to stay there, so we can talk things over. Because this is a matter of security.
I might have a way to find General Han. Do you have like a baboon dog here, or a or a polar bear dog? An animal that has a good nose, because you see that Fire Nation army of armor there?
Yeah.
I believe that was General Han's.
I expected so much.
When I saw him at the pro bending arena, he was wearing that, so.
Yeah, I can try to give you all a fire ferret, if that pleases you.
Do they have good noses?
Well, I know Pabu, and Pabu has a very good nose. A shame he isn't alive anymore.
Pahu?
Pabu.
A great earthbender.
Nah, Pabu is everybody knows Bolin.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he had a fire ferret called Pabu.
I even saved his life.
Did you?
Yeah, at the arena, he was he was thrown off the platform, and I just jumped after him and saved his life.
We can't have Bolin talk about that too much, right? What happened to him?
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be in good standing of Natak 65.
Oh, they're still making those movers.
Yeah, they're still making those movers. Which
Never really been a fan of Naktak, but.
But if you guys want to follow me, I can bring you to the tea house.
Is it the Jade Dragon?
It is. You heard about the Jasmine Dragon?
The Jasmine, of course. I mean, it was the great General Iroh who built that place. I know everything about him, especially his nephew.
Fire Lord Zuko?
Yeah. I admire him.
Interesting.
Sure. I hope there's room for all of us.
Oh, there's plenty of room in there for you, all of you. So I'm gonna give you guys a few options. Either you go to the Jasmine Tea, to the Jasmine Dragon to stay the night and relax, or go after General Han because he escaped hurt the spirit world.
Yeah, I don't know how we would. I mean, we don't really. Do we have a way of following him? We'd have to find some way of tracking him, or.
Well, the only way I would know is going to the North or South Pole, because there are spirit portals there. I mean, those are the main spirit portals.
There's also one in Republic City that hasn't closed down. It is still open.
Yeah, well, do we have a way? Do we actually know that, or?
Yeah, you know it's open.
Well, we could use the rest, I think.
For the ride.
Oh, we could use your help. I mean, I saw your bending. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I think we got the job, guys. I think we got the job.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. The President Wu just said that we've been assigned the team. What a great opportunity to bring prestige to the city and to ourselves, of course.
So your main focus is to get Asami back and stop General Han from doing whatever he does.
Yes.
He walks a bit more towards a less crowded area, and he tries to have you follow him towards that area. And as you are going there, he says, while walking, is do whatever you can, even kill him, because he is a danger to the world.
I am not a killer, but I do want an Agni Kai with him. He would honor that. I know that.
If he dies for whatever reason, we'll look the other way.
I was trained to kill, but I do not like it.
My goal is to protect by any means necessary. If that is what it takes, then that is what it takes.
And he says, thank you for your time, everyone. I would like to have you go on, and he calls an air bison down towards you. If you please. He knows the way. There's only 2 words you have to say when you're on it.
I'm thinking they could be difficult. Does it
figure
begin with Y?
Up, ascend, levitate.
I kind of want to figure this person out. I have a move that allows me to do that. Can I?
Ooh.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna scope the president.
So I have suspicious mind.
Okay.
Which allows me to roll with focus. So hey, don't screw me. Ooh, very nice.
I love he rolled over a 10. Like, yeah, he's the bad guy.
Okay, suspicious
so
mind.
I get to hold 2.
Ooh.
I know he learned a lot from Mako.
For Mako, yeah.
Yeah, when he was the bodyguard.
I hold 2. Okay. What do you really want right now?
I want General Han to be stopped.
Hey, me too.
What are you about to do?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the army. If you guys can't stop him, I'm gonna send the full force of Ba Sing Se to it.
Okay.
And
I think you just see like Naya like focusing on the president for a bit, like real squint side-eyed.
Yeah.
Just kind of like looks back content and nods her head.
And I'm really looking at you like, have you really never heard of him? Have you lived under an iceberg?
She might not.
Technically, yes. I tend to mind my own business and mind my own tribe. I don't focus on outside of the things. The water tribe is what's important to me. Again, I just kind of got roped in.
So hearing that, Leanne comes up, stands next to you, and waits for the president to. Is he? We're getting on the bison, right?
You're still in front of the president, but you can see in the president's face that he's quite serious when he's saying that he sends the full force in.
President, I say on behalf of myself and my family, I would be absolutely honoured to take this upon us, and I jump onto the bison.
Okay.
Push myself. No hesitation. In my mind, I'm just waiting. I'm just staring down at the other guys, and I'm just going, come on, let's go.
It's the one on the left.
You're on the wrong
bison. Take over one, they'll try to take over all. And I just climb up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like if he tries to take over one, he'll try to take over everything, and the last thing he wants to do is step to my tribe. So climbs up on and just looks back at everyone else like,
I'm just gonna hop
you
up.
roped me in.
We never roped you in.
You wanted to join in.
You joined yourself. We never asked you. You just joined in.
Anyway, can we
Could've
save
left
the
you.
argument for another time? Goodbye, Tea House.
I'm saying this while I'm jumping on the bison.
Typical of the firebenders.
Yeah. So as you
It's
climb
just-
up,
I'm- Eh?
as you climb up, you can continue this one, but as you climb up, Leander's actually on the wrong bison, like Baku said.
Yeah. Leanne, this one. Here.
This one,
Yeah.
this one, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I just say yip, and I fly off on the one that I'm on.
So that one flies off not in the direction.
Well, we can say it as well. Yip.
So both air bisons are going different ways.
Bye, Leanne.
I mean, ironically, you might tend to be going in the right direction.
So one of them actually flies into the city, like in the higher grounds of the city, and the other one that is where Leander's on is actually flying outside of the city.
Going to the zoo.
He's
Okay.
going the wrong way, isn't he? I just kind
Yeah,
of
he
like
is.
lean over to
I mean-
Baku. I'm just like, he's going the wrong way, right?
I mean, given how much info we currently have at this point, I don't know who is actually going in the right direction.
I
We're
know.
basically going off hunches and
I can tell you, the Jade Dragon is in the inner ring, so we're going the right way. He's not.
Gotcha. You seem to know more about this than anyone else does.
Well, I've studied the history of Zuko a lot, and of course, General Iroh was a great general in the Fire Nation Army, and I used to be one of the Fire Nation Army.
Really?
Yeah,
What stopped you?
the corruptness of General Han
Fair enough.
and multiple other generals in the army that are corrupt like him. I don't want to work for corrupt generals.
Understandable. You want to protect.
Yes.
You and me, we have the same goal in mind.
That's good.
And Leanne, as
Doesn't
you
get much else outside of that.
yeah, Leanne, as you fly, you see the outskirts of Ba Sing Se, like the great. You see your own home.
That's what I'm hoping for. Can I jump off at that point? Or try and get a bit lower and jump off.
You're gonna do a superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
Me
He's
and
going to do a
Sylvia
superhero
were
landing.
like,
I'm gonna
trying to
bend.
what?
I'm gonna bend a slope, and as I land on it, it's gonna just slide me down, and I'm gonna just step off it, walking at running at speed.
Hello there.
I would say you see
is he too far away from us?
No, it's not too far away, but you can see
see something jump off a bison.
you see something jump away.
I'd like to, if I see he's like, once he like jumps off, I'm just like, oh shit! And like immediately kind of like another slide
Yeah.
for him to just like land on and like slide down.
Okay.
That might be a bit too far, maybe.
I would say roll me
It's all
a.
around. I mean, water's all around.
Naya, please roll me a creativity at a -2.
Ooh. Aussie. Okay, hold on.
Ooh, that's a big failure.
That is a big failure.
That's a soup bad failure.
Yeah, because you think you can reach him, but you're just a bit too far away, and it starts to come in existence. But as you move further away, it actually moves with you, and it breaks down. And I want Leanne to roll me a creativity as well. And that with mines too.
When I fail, right?
Yeah. No, I think so. Think it's with this one, bro.
Have I got a -2 as well, have I?
Yeah, you have a -2 as well.
And no, Sam, when you roll a miss here, you don't get an advantage.
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
This system at the end, you answer questions, and then you get.
So,
oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay.
is there anything I can do to push this, or use can I have the ability that I can do anything to re-roll or to,
What are your powers?
There isn't really a team in this system, also,
No.
because he has a 6. He just
One
needs
team
one more to
yeah.
have a success.
One more to get a mixed
Yeah.
success.
So what are your moves?
I haven't got anything immediately that would help. I just wondered if there's anything within the system to allow me to do a push or a re-roll or take.
I would say with this fail, as you fall down, please I'm gonna mark insecure with you because it's quite of a height that you're falling down, and as you try bending stuff, it fails, and you see the ground coming closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
And once you actually go closer to it, you are going to feel troubled because you think, oh shit, the ground. As you are close to the ground at your family house, you see this kind of a slope on the last moment being created so that you actually slide down further.
Oh God, my sister saved me. Oh no. Oh dear. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Who's gonna love this?
So
I guess I tumble down this piece of ground that's been put up.
Yeah, and it's with quite a speed as well. You tumble.
And I roll kind of to my sister's feet, and she's just looking down at me. And I reach into my pocket, and I grab the papers that I had signed for her, and I just reach them up and go. He signed, it's ours.
About time. And she takes it. She actually rips it out of your hands. Clean yourself up.
I've got some business in the city. I'll be back tomorrow.
If you really want to kill yourself, don't jump off an air bison.
We've got an in with President Wu, sis.
Finally. On your way. And she walks off.
Yeah.
Wow, your sister's all business.
She is. She's
Right.
She's awful.
I feel the brother sister love.
So I walk past and I go and get a change of clothes on my way out, and because I'm looking knackered and feeling knackered, but I want to get back into the city, so I know the tea house, I guess, so I get whatever transport is and make my way back in to join the rest of them.
Okay, cool. Going to the others, as you fly towards the Jasmine dragon, you see it's the Jasmine dragon.
It's Jasmine because of Jasmine tea.
Yeah, I looked that up, Scud. I looked that up.
Yeah, I know.
As you come close to it, you see a statue of General Iroh and Fire Lord Zuko.
And of course, when I see that statue, I'm also...
And you land inside of the courtyard of the Jessamine Dragon. And he lets you, and the air bison actually lets you off using his tail.
Oh, okay. When I see Jaw like still like saluting like the previous general of the Fire Nation, I'm just like, I thought you said that you didn't want to be a part anymore. Is it just a few, or is it all?
It's just a few, but the problem with the Fire Nation army now is too many of them are corrupt. He was a great example of how a good general has to be.
I don't know.
Never heard the story of General Iroh and Zuko? The old Fire Lord?
Heard...
I'm sure if you give him several
I've heard
hours, he'll fill you in.
No, I mean, while I do come from the north, it's not as if stories are few and far in between, especially of the Fire Nation.
I know he did attack. Well, the Fire Nation did attack the Northern Water Tribe to get Avatar Aang.
Do you understand my apprehension, then?
I do.
Fair
But
enough.
that was a different time.
Very
Different
true.
Fire Lord.
Very true.
It's not the proudest moment in the Fire Nation's history.
I will say that you're actively working against the corruption of the Fire Nation army does put me somewhat at ease, but please understand that what I say or do means nothing personal in relation to you. I am unlearning my biases.
Because I know Zuko also unlearned biases.
Exactly. Which means it can be done.
Yeah, that's why he is my big example. He used to want to capture the Avatar, but then he decided to join the Avatar to stop his father, who was the evil Fire Lord.
It was a true corruption. Yeah.
I could tell you the story
I appreciate
someday
your
if you
mind.
want.
While I am a fan of stories, maybe right now isn't the best time.
That's why I
But-
say sometime.
I will be pleased to. I would appreciate regaling of history and story.
Bet they can tell some stories of General Iroh in here because this is his tea house.
I'm really just here for tea. But, yeah. And she just kind of like nods graciously and then kind of just keeps, like, falls back a little bit to walk with the group to wherever we're going.
I recommend a jasmine tea. It's really good here.
I'll try that, thank you.
And as you move into the jasmine tea, we're gonna break. So we're gonna have a 10-minute break. As we left off before the break, it was everyone except for Leanne was at the the Jasmine Dragon. The Jasmine Dragon. You all had a talk, and you're actually moving inside. That's where we are leaving.
when I'm going in, I immediately go towards the order a jasmine tea.
Mm-hmm. As you walk in, you've been heard stories that it was a small building, but you can notice that it's like a giant hotel now. Guests coming in and out. There's like a bar area and a lounge and everything around it.
Okay, I want to know this. I don't know if he's still alive, but is Zuko here in his retirement?
You don't know.
I would recognize him, I bet, if he would. Well,
everyone knows.
I'm sure everyone, yeah.
Yeah, he has the scars.
I'm sure his #1 superfan would track his movements.
No, I'm not stalking him. But if he would be here,
no,
I want to know.
All. He's a fan. There's different.
Yeah, superfan. Stalker is such
100%.
a loaded word.
Do I see Zuko?
You do not see Zuko.
Okay. Because otherwise I wanted to give him something.
I get that, but he's not here. At least you do not see him. But what you do see inside of the hotel, there's like a statue of General Iroh sitting with a cup of tea, and outside
at a pie show table, I bet.
Yeah, with the cup, there's actually a fountain water going down on the pie show table.
Nice. I like.
And on the other side of the pie show table is a statue of Zuko in his younger years, sitting like the thinker.
Do we have something like a photo camera here?
Maybe.
If only we had a technology person.
Yeah.
The best I can do is create a nice sculpture.
Can any of you make a picture?
How about you just look at it long enough
I
that
can
you
make a nice
remember it next
sculpture.
time? Yeah.
Still, I want.
Or you can ask the Earthbender to like.
Yeah, a wayward earthbender when he comes home from his new holiday. He can make you a little pocket version.
Make a little stuff, yeah.
Like a souvenir.
Mine will melt.
And while they say it, I see in the back of, behind them a souvenir shop. Or whatnot.
Yeah.
That would be an Avatar thing to do.
Cabbages!
You just see Jaw running around with a giant foam hand with #1 Zuko on it.
And
it's like two T-shirts. It's one that's like I'm with the Firebender, and then the other person has a shirt. I'm the Firebender. Lost return to me.
Instead of I'm with idiot. And in the background you hear cabbages. Buy my cabbages.
Why do I suddenly get an urge to burn those cabbages? I don't know, but it's like something ancient, no?
And as you look around, you actually see a cabbage vendor.
I mean, it's just a man shouting cabbages.
The only thing he forgets is "my" in front of it. Or there's going to be combat now.
Who knows?
I know. It normally happens by accident in the show. So.
Yeah. But I'm ordering my jasmine tea.
Okay.
I also order one.
Yeah, so you walk inside of what looks like a hotel lobby, like a lounge. You go sit there, and there are people walking around. Once you order a jasmine tea, it takes about 5 minutes to actually get delivered to you. What do you do in that 5 minutes?
I'm just going to sit there, and you're sitting with me, or? Yeah,
I am.
I'm like,
Yeah,
so
provided you don't set anything on fire. Yes.
I'm not. So, what is your story?
My story. That's an interesting question. I came to watch fights, and went to go find a restroom. Got a little bit turned around, and that's where you ever so gracefully ran into.
Sorry about that. My focus was
No
on
worries.
trying to save Asami, which sadly we failed in that.
Well,
I
it's just,
wouldn't.
it's just
Well,
work
we
in
didn't
progress.
find. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say we failed. I'd say we're still on our way to finding
Yeah.
said situation, but no harm was taken. No offense
Yes.
was as well either.
Okay. Good. But we really need to get her out of the hands of General Han, because he is not a nice man.
I agree. From what I've heard so far, he seems very dangerous.
He is. Very.
Baku, I did not. I don't really know your motives here. I mean, I've seen everyone else utilize the talents of the element, as I like to call it, but nothing from you. Are you an airbender, or?
I don't bend. I get by on my own wits and abilities. My
Nothing
motives.
about going up against people with abilities that you do not harness worries you?
No, I've been trained on how to fight benders. When I used to work as part of the Earth Kingdom government, so I'm confident that I am not at a disadvantage. For my motives, a lot of people were scared, potentially getting hurt, and I had to step in to make sure that that was put an end to.
So you're also a military man.
Yes, but rather than for like revenge or some kind of personal angle, I'm in this to prevent him hurting anyone else. That's my only goal in this whole thing.
It's not a revenge for me. It might look like that, but it's not revenge.
You're
I
only
just
taking
want-
it pretty personally.
Well, with General Han, yes. He was my general. But after I stopped him, I'm just going to the next general, and then it's not personal, but it's to stop the corruption in the Fire Nation's army. I mean, Zuko did a lot to get all of that out of there. They're trying to get it back.
I believe you.
And as you time goes further, you get your tea. There's with that there's a letter from President Hu.
Who?
President Hu. Wu, President Wu. I'm sorry. There are a few keys inside of the paper as well. And we're going towards Lian. Lian is actually getting back into the city.
Yeah, I'm in what counts as some sort of transport, city gates, maybe a cab or something if we have such things imported from other parts of the. I don't know how modernized Bastingse has become.
It's been more. It is more modernized than what it used to be.
Yeah. So the fastest form of transport to get me to where I'm wanting to go,
yeah,
I will take that.
Automobile. Automobile, I think.
It's automobiles, yeah.
So yeah, and I can afford that, no problem.
Oh, I saw this one coming. This way.
Thanks for the raid.
Ooh.
Fabro, thank you.
Thank you, and Fabro. And as you take the Sadomobile towards the Jasmine Dragon, it takes you about an hour, because it's a very long way to get there, and with traffic around this time as well. It's like you're in the midst of the traffic jam.
But are there still walls in the city?
Walls are more open. It's not completely a wall anymore. There are
like the Berlin Wall, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Berlin Wall is done. Yeah, the random spots, they're still part of the wall, but it's more. Bastingse is more in union than separate areas of late. And as you traverse through the city, you do see the Jasmine Dragon hotel, actually. And you're very close, it takes you an hour, and you come in front of the Jasmine Dragon.
Yeah, I pay the fare and I walk up, kind of look at the place. Like, I remember this. Say to myself.
Yeah, you remember it. That did look different, but you know that they were renovating the place.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago, before the big event actually happened.
Yeah. So I'm having a bit of a flashback from when parents actually seemed to worry about us enough to take us to somewhere like nice for an experience, and I just sort of remember that, and remember a time when my sister was actually nice to me, and I sort of I put that aside. I sort of grin, and I just open the door and walk in.
Okay, cool.
And I spy the guys sitting somewhere, and I'm like, hello. I had a bit of family business to attend to. Apologies for shooting off on you like that.
Well, it was your own fault. You jumped on the wrong bison, I mean.
They took me right above my family home, just exactly where I needed to be.
I'm sure it was just a happy coincidence.
Perhaps. Have you all had tea?
We are in the middle of tea. You're out just on time.
I just hold their glass up.
Oh, right. So right, you're still... okay, I thought it was... time had passed. Okay, so I'm like, oh well, I'll join you then.
Yeah, they got new tea while they were waiting for you to arrive.
This is actually our second cup already.
Yeah, apparently we just knocked them back.
So how about this then? We've been told to do whatever we can to kill him, that general of yours.
No, to stop him. Killing... We don't need to kill.
President Wu said.
And there's a waiter that actually you see a waiter. He taps he points at a sign that says no talking about killing.
No death threats.
That's very specific.
It's very specific.
Yeah, and love that from like
Jinx.
all of all the endless possibilities of by any means necessary,
Right.
you went for the most extreme.
Yeah.
And as you
Every
and as,
other option that stops him.
and as you look towards that sign, you actually see in a bit smaller letters is that yes, we know it's specific, but we don't talk about it.
Oh my god.
No, I
Is it gonna be
appreciate
like a
your
third?
honesty here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a third smaller line.
It's like they know we were coming. Well, there's only one thing I want to ask of you guys when we come face to face with General Han. I want to go against him face to face in an Agni Kai.
I mean, sure.
He
if you
is
get
as
to- if there's-
dangerous as we understand. You do know that there's no way I could let you do that by yourself, correct?
It'll be fun. You think you can take him?
You know what an Agni Kai is?
Sounds like you want to go head to head with him.
Yeah,
Firebender.
I bet these two would know, but do you know what an Agni Kai is, Naya?
Enlighten me, please.
It's an ancient way between firebenders to settle disputes. The first one who gets a hit in, the winner. You know that scar from Zuko?
Indeed.
That was because of an Agni Kai with his father.
Fair
Zuko
enough.
did not want that, but his father did it. Because his father was just a... Well, just like General Han, he was a dick.
Tyrant.
Yeah.
Indeed, yes. Alright, well,
Yeah, you're also assuming
this
that
is a
he'll.
battle strictly for you.
You're also assuming that
I'll
he'll
provide a backup.
provide you a fair duel. Also,
Well,
even accept one in the first place. Like, there's a lot of hoping on that. Like, if an opportunity to take him out presents,
he might
No.
be corrupt, but he
Beforehand,
does
I'll do
have a
that.
part of honor. So he would honor it in a way, but if he doesn't, you are free to jump in.
Fair
If he
enough.
was an honourable,
Give me the word.
man, he would have stood for election, but he didn't.
Mm.
He decided to kidnap people in the middle of a. He kidnapped people in the middle of a public event. Doesn't sound
It does not
honourable.
make him honorable.
This was not
No,
an
but it does make him a
unexpected thing.
fool.
It was an unexpected thing. I wouldn't have expected him to go this far.
Corruption
So, knowing-
takes heed in a multitude of different ways. What we thought we knew of a person may, under corruption, be warped in all intents and purposes. I think we should probably start thinking about the fact that maybe this code of honor that you speak of might not exactly be present anymore at this moment. I just
Maybe
want you to be prepared for any and all
I am,
possibilities of what
but
could happen.
I want to also show him that there are still people like me, like Zuko, like Iroh.
Change comes in any number of ways, and there are some people who will look for the cracks in a system and bring about that change. That is opportunity. Not taking part and not doing these things is a risk. Just because you uphold to the traditional means and ways doesn't mean that he will. And I agree with Naya. We have to be prepared for getting sand kicked in our face, metaphorically speaking. We'll back you up, but I would like to see you go up against them. I think that could be quite a good fight.
I
I'll
have
make
the
it a
utmost
good fight.
faith in your abilities. But with that, I also know and understand the capabilities of someone who is too far gone.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, you haven't heard the entire story of Zuko. But if you've heard the story of Zuko's sister, she was way gone.
Oh, she crazy.
What was that? Is that the waiter?
No, that's a random passenger, like a hotel visitor that goes past you.
Oh, you heard the story of Azula?
Oh yeah, everyone is.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one issue we have with we can worry about General Han's character once we've actually found him.
Yes.
A bigger concern is finding a way to track him down, and where he's taken Asami is. Cool.
Can I talk freely with you all? I don't normally subscribe to such flights of fancy. I'm a believer of modern methods, let's say. But when we were back at the train station, just as we managed to stop the train, I took an elevated position and I looked around to see, just in case we'd been given the old double bluff and they hadn't gotten the train, or they had jumped on the train and jumped off the other side onto their platform and liked it. I thought I saw, and you can cast this away as imagination and heat in the moment if you wish, but I thought I saw an entire carriage of the train vanish, as if it was moving into a space that we could not see.
Almost picturing now that he is telling the story, and in the meantime there's a spirit landing on my head and disappearing into the spirit world. Why would some stuff just disappear?
I don't know. Usually it's because there's a hole in the ground and something falls down it, but we were already elevated. And I don't know what it was.
Well, we all know the spirit realms are open. I mean,
yeah, but we don't.
Avatar Korra did that.
But we don't normally see things just at will pass through them. There's usually a reason for that. There's something here that was able to do that, or there was something that, I don't know. I don't understand how these things work. Look, I'm from the land, okay? We're just simple farmers, I say, with a kind of dry and slight smirk.
I might have an idea who could help us. Because we all know the stories. Mako and Bolin have worked with the Avatar. The latest Avatar. They might know a way, or someone that has a good connection with getting into the spirit realm, or something like that. He might recognize me still.
I'm not exactly privy to the spirit realm. I know of it. I've heard stories, but
you said you were from the Northern Water Tribe, right? There's one of those portals there,
yes.
isn't there?
Yes.
And two spirits, right? I mean, weren't there like fishy spirit-like thingies?
Yes. But I was the term for it. Sheltered as a child. I've only heard of it and knew it was there. There are certain members of my tribe that protect it, as well as I'm not sure, maybe have access to it from there, but I kind of developed my abilities naturally. Self-taught, I guess is the better word for it. I'm willing to learn.
There's always room for improving our skills. But did you see what I did? I don't know if it was your ice that made it easy for me, but I've never been able to do what I did today.
I didn't see that, but I didn't see it.
That was very interesting. It did kind of cause the train to go off the rails a bit. That was unexpected, but indeed, there is always room for improvement.
But that's kinda also why I want to talk to Mako. He can lightning bend. I want to learn that too. Might give me an edge against General Han.
We need to speak with these old fossils. I mean, these people are as old as
with age comes wisdom.
Exactly my point. Thank you. Those are the words I was searching for. With elders comes understanding of history and history's past. Understanding of history's past means more than anything else that there are people who can see the signs of said corruption or evil, what have you, and not only fight against it, but make sure that it's what is the term? Nipped in the bud before anything bad could happen.
Zuko also learned from Iroh to redirect lightning because his sister could bend lightning. Be able to protect himself because he wasn't able to.
They carry so much. They carry so much baggage that blinds their ability to make rational choices. They're so stuck in the tradition that they can't see the future that's in front of them. Why do we want to go back to them to ask? Don't we have other people that are open to spirits? There must be some people in the city.
Ever heard of the term "learn from your past to better your future"?
Sound like my sister.
Sounds like what I just said as well.
Both sound like my sister. You're stuck in the past. We got to.
Your sister seems very knowledgeable. Listen, I understand more than anyone else. Traditions are stifling at the most, but there is a time in which a better understanding doesn't necessarily mean that you have to heed forth in tradition. That is, you can understand and know history's past and tradition without succumbing to pitfalls. There's nothing wrong with learning to better expand and understand. Apply your own knowledge to what you understand to make it better for everyone else.
I can agree with that. Being creative is definitely part of that process. Can't be blinded by the will of our elders. They had their chance, and it's what they've done that's brought about the issues that we're facing now. If they had perhaps been played more responsible with the time that they had at the time, then we wouldn't be in this mess with these people walking about with electroshock gloves or whatever it was that they were stunning people with. Those attacks at the... I want that technology myself, but my goodness. And I look at Baku, and have you ever seen anything like this? Like what they were using? Do you know where that's come from? Do you know where and how they got hold of it? Is it future industry? Did they build this?
Yes. Common knowledge, I mean.
No, these specific ones. Do we know that? Do we actually know?
We don't
that
know
those
specifically unless we have an example that we can like investigate.
Right, that's my point.
You should have said that. There were a lot of those broken gloves lying around in the hallway we ran through. Could have swiped one with us and examined it, but
I'm sure we could still.
Pin a note in it for next time.
We could probably get a hold of one.
I'm sure if there was one, there was more than. There was one, there has to be more where that came from. And if we continue on with our mission, something tells me that they will not be in short supply as we continue.
So that front as well, if they are working together, then there has to be a place where they're making them. Give us another lead. If we can track them down. We can't track Han directly because of the spirit world nonsense, then yeah, we can track his cronies.
So it seems as if we have a semblance of a plan. What's coming together?
yeah, I would say let's, for now, get some rest, and tomorrow go back to where Mako and Bodin live now. I don't know if they used to live in the arena, but not in this one. But let's try to get an audience with them.
Seems fair.
And for those of us not stuck in the past, we can see if we can find out who the modern technologies are being made by and who this new distributor of this technology is. I don't know if we can immediately pin it on future industry, because there's always a gap in the market. There's always a way for others to step forward and take an opportunity. There's always something that somebody can look at, a crack. Who knows who's what's grown up in those cracks?
There might be someone in future industries that looks up a little bit too much to Asami's father.
There you go. A rebel. Somebody harking back to the old times. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's another lead. Track down something. Maybe we could get... Does anybody have any contacts in whoever was doing the sweep up at the arena?
I follow your lead.
Well, you two are from around here.
Well, I don't know who would do the...
Where would it take it? You wouldn't chuck it out. It's evidence, right?
Yeah. They'll be going to some...
Police station of Ba Sing Se, I bet?
Yeah, something like that. Like just, yeah, general law enforcement.
And we
where it goes
trust
from
them.
there. As much as you can trust any other sort of major organization.
That'll be fun.
I think what I'm more worried about is the corruption that y'all speak of.
That's mostly it. Yeah, I only know it of in the Fire Nation Army. Something wrong, Leon?
I got a tea leaf caught in the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm. All right. But I only know about it in the Fire Nation Army, but it might have spread outside of the Fire Nation as well.
Yeah.
To get
That's what I'm worried about.
Corruption tends to be quite a human principle.
Yeah, but it might be that there are like people that's actually,
But
like
also
Leanne
spread.
says, cling to the old ways and want to follow Firelord Ozai and his ways.
And if there's anything I know in relation to law enforcement, that they very much tend to cling to tradition. I'm worried that if the Fire Nation is gone, as far gone as Shaw has explained, and as we've all seen, or you have all seen at this point in time, that it may have spread like a fungus to other nations that are trying to hold on or uphold.
I think the more logical term in this way is spread like fire. And I'm putting a little flame on my finger.
Yeah, I got to
Keep us
agree
it
with
out.
that. I've seen fungus grow in the forest. It doesn't move quite as quickly as fire to a forest. Yeah, but much easier to get rid of fire than it is of fungus because it eats from within, and that can be certainly a problem with the trees that we have. And I stopped talking at that point. Cut myself off abruptly.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit too close to home there.
My family have some interest in land outside Basing. And now inside Basing.
Well, let's just now get some rest. It's pretty late. Got rooms apparently.
Kind of just pushes up from
You
the
could,
table.
you could tell us
and
your,
looks
your
over.
history of Fire Lord Zuko to help us get to sleep.
Trust me, if I tell you that story, you will not sleep. It's way too interesting.
Comfortably.
And with that, you all take a key, and you all move towards your rooms, and that's where we ended for tonight.
Whoa, nice.
Nice.
Because we have questions to go through.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I really gotta say, I love the dynamic between the characters. Getting
Oh,
really fun.
I really enjoyed this part.
Yeah, me too.
Let's sit back and listen.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, so
That's what that's what I love about the
this.
system.
Sorry, Chas, can you zoom into that picture that you've got there? Imagine.
which one?
if you could zoom
Oh,
into
this one.
The tea house.
Yeah, give me a second.
the
Give me a
picture.
second. Give me a second.
Thanks.
There we
I
go.
don't see it I don't even see it anymore.
This should be. Oh, that's because I am not at the wrong one. I'm not at the right one. I'm sorry, chat. It is the. There we go. So we're going through questions. So let's start off with.
I do not see it because you don't have a token. We don't have a token in here, so we don't see
Oh,
the pictures anymore.
Technology.
Yeah, I'm stream sniping it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm stream sniping it as well, so it's alright.
Yeah, I see it as well.
Now see it? Otherwise, where do I do that? They change things around.
Oh,
didn't they?
that's nifty.
Wow.
I can see it. You can see it on the stream, but apparently our cameras
fine.
are now.
Yeah, I can
frozen
see it on the
stuff.
stream, but I can't
There we
see
go.
it on the.
I think I got it right now. I removed the thing on it. You should be able to see it now on your screen, though.
No.
Not at the moment, but don't worry, we can sort it out
Not at the
after.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Chat can see it.
That's
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it on the chat, right?
yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay.
Let's do the questions.
Yeah, so where the hell are the questions for the Guardian? That's a
On the
good
basic
question.
moves page.
Yeah, but Guardian has one growth as well.
And we all have a personal growth question as well.
Yeah, so let's go to the personal growths first this time.
Okay.
So yeah, so for Naya, one of the growth questions is: did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others?
No, not at this point in time.
Okay.
I think Naya's just kind of new in here. I was just like, okay, protect.
Okay, that is no growth for you for this one. Then we have, let's see, we have the hammer. That is
Me.
Skoon.
Did I make progress towards my goal against my adversary? I actually think in this way, as how everything is going, that I actually cleared already that goal, because my goal was expose General Han for the fraud he is. And everybody now knows that he is a fraud.
Okay, then you
So
can...
I exposed him.
Then you may mark a growth, kind sir.
Then I can get a growth advancement.
Yep. So you get a advancement. So what happens when you hit for growth is you get an advancement. You either take a new move from your playbook. You can take a move from another playbook. You can raise your stat by 1. That is a maximum of 2 to any stat. So you cannot go to +3. Just +2 is the max you can go to. You can shift your center by 1 step or unlock your moment of balance. I would say that moment of balance is not able. You're not able to do that yet, because we're not there yet. And let me do this real quick. Then we have. I have to go to Baku. Baku is the idealist.
Yeah.
Yep. So your growth question is: did you improve the lives of the community of average citizens, or help an ordinary person with the problems?
Well, the one thing that I was trying to go for before was when he was going into the train, whatever, to try and get people out.
Yeah, so that is a yes for you then. And last time you hit 4, so did you already choose?
Yeah, so the moment of balance is that none of us can pick it.
Moment of balance is the moment that you unlock your balance in, I would say, combat in this situation.
Story point, okay.
Yeah, I would say you can take it, but it would mean that you will get it on a later point.
You can keep hold of it until it fits in your story arc.
Yeah, when it fits narratively.
Yeah, I switched that off just to add +1 to focus. That's 0. And then we can carry on with the growth for this episode.
Yes, and then we have the successor. And the successor has the quest that is for Liane. Did you learn something meaningful or important about your lineage, its members, or its effect on the world and others?
I don't know if this fits, but get into contact with the president and becoming like getting in with the president, and reporting that back to my sister and saying that I was going down that route. So knowing that my sister thinks that's worthwhile to pursue, and has basically said, go get it done. That just shows how power hungry the lineage is, because they know how long they've been going for, how long they've been trying to get into Ba Sing Se. How long they've been wanting to get a foothold, and how long they want to get, not just be on the periphery of the city, but in the city, in about the business of it. And so I think, I would say, but I'm not. It wasn't as explicit as some of the other ones, so I'm not quite sure what you think. I'll take advice on that one.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Did he or did he not?
Difficult one.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it's got to be more obvious. So I'll take a pass on that one. Just now. And I'll have a think a bit more about what that can mean and how to bring it to the fore.
Okay. Then we have the normal questions. That is for everyone. If I can find it on my thing. Which page was that again? I should note that down. I should note things down. Growth questions. Going for Naya. We're starting with Naya again. So at the end of session, you have 3 different questions next to your playbook one. So each player answers the following question. So Naya, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
I would say probably it's a mix between challenging and complicated. Like the level of corruption of General Han and like how far this all spreads is kind of worrying to her because she is very sheltered, but still has a very large understanding of this, and on top of that, also is still relatively very wary of the Fire Nation in general. So that kind of worries her or complicates things. She knows she's up against something outside of her comprehension for the most part.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You can,
yeah. Long.
Yeah. When it's a yes, you can mark a growth.
Okay.
And my PC is screwing me over. Ah!
Oh no, your potato.
Yeah, my potato is doing stuff that I should not do. There we go. Nope, I cannot do anything anymore. Okay. Hopefully the stream is still... you can mark a potential. A potential, it masks as a potential, but... why did it focus on
Apparently there's something wrong with the cameras.
Yeah, my PC is flipping. There we go.
Croy is now me. Sick.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Yeah, it started flipping, so it's a potato.
Yeah.
So you can mark a growth on your page. Yep. So question 2. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
This is still for me?
Yep, still
for everyone,
you.
actually.
Yeah. Oh, I would say we stopped a threat for the most part. It got people to
It'll
safety.
work for the train situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark a growth.
I think for that we can all mark the growth. I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the last question that can also count for everyone. And did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? So with Avatar you have a balance, which you have a center and you can go left or right on that one. So for everyone, did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? Either yes or no.
Ended at center.
I also ended at center.
Okay.
I didn't, but I don't know if you would say that I got, because I'm one step towards care. My other side is force. In a way, you could say that President Wu did send me towards force because he said, "Stop General Han by any means necessary."
that would mean that your current center is where you are at the moment.
Yeah, but would you count that as in being put towards the center again?
I would say that he, after talking to you, and he specifically focuses you on that. I would say yes. You go back to the center then.
Then I end it on my center.
Okay, and for every for a yes, you can mark a code.
I'm not still fully understanding. I don't want to get into the depths of it just now, but something I'm going to read up a bit about is the balance system and how it works. I get the 2 poles, but what I'm not sure about is what affects it in game. Like, is it using specific moves or making particular decisions, or
yeah? Did you print out? Did you print out the basic moves page?
I have it in front of me.
Yeah,
so basically
underneath.
Thing.
Yeah,
so balance moves underneath that influence your balance.
Yeah.
Yes.
In brief, there's events and things that can happen to you that shift you one way or another to your balance.
Yeah. Yep.
And then and then the balance move is basically you take a fatigue, but you can, if you want to use your balance as like a plus to your dice roll instead of whatever skill it would normally be.
Yeah. I'll have to read up on that. I'm not going to get it in an explanation in the next 5 minutes.
I mean, that's all it is. But like, the balancing, like, we're always going to be at center until later on in the game where people start shifting.
Yeah.
And then it becomes more important trying to help
we
your
also
other
have to...
characters get back to middle or whatever.
Yeah, we have to know what each other's balance is, right? We actually have to be aware of that too. Anyway, sorry, thanks for that. I was just,
no problem,
I didn't quite realise that we weren't already playing that track. So that comes in, that's unlocked at some point in the future, is it?
I mean, it's always active, but like, it's knocked us off center yet. So
the balance is a thing that will always shift, and when you lose your balance, you are taken out for a little while.
If you go off one side, it's like the stress track in Blade.
Yeah.
You disappear for a week, come back, and then you're sort of back a little bit back to normal.
But you also get positives as well. There's a positive if you push it up the track, and you get a +3 if you're doing rolls that are relevant to that side of the balance, right?
Yeah, and if it's the other side, then you get a negative.
Yeah. Like they say it in Lose Your Balance, you obsess over that principle to a degree that's not healthy for you. So even though you go to the positive side, you go so far that it's just not healthy. So you need to take some time off.
Haha, roll another character. Fair enough. Okay, thanks for that. Yep, I'm getting it. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out because it sounds like fun.
Yeah,
it does sound like fun.
It does.
The rest of us still need to answer the first question because with that one it can be different for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
We learn something challenging, exciting, and complicated. Well, did I actually learn something? Well, it's not complicated or challenging, but I did learn that I can become a fangirl when I see something of Zuko.
I would say no for you in this situation.
Okay, then I will not mark a growth.
No.
I'm thinking that maybe given the influence and lineage, that actually learning that the president is almost at wit's end with a faction.
Yeah.
So in terms of the political machinations of the city, that's really, really important because it's leverage. It's an ability to influence something so complicated and exciting that the president is really having troubles, like talking about calling the army in and almost kind of at the end at the edge of civil law kind of calling the lockdowns and such. You know,
Yeah.
I mean that from Leanne's position would be very exciting. So yeah, I think I would take that one.
Yeah, I would say for you that is a yes.
I would have also said that you learned that there's more than because spirit. You saw a
He escaped
train
to the spirit
part
world.
go to the spirit world.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
we also-
that's something something challenging, exciting, or especially complicated.
We also have the other. We also have the other lead where they have those devices or whatever, which are clearly being made by somebody for some purpose.
Yeah.
We kind of found out.
So
So
yeah,
if
then-
I had 3 before, and I've got at least one.
Yeah, so once you have 4, you gain an advantage.
you can gain one of those of your growth things.
Yep, one of the
It's
growth.
called, the growth advancements.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you can take either a new move from your own playbook, a different one from another playbook.
Another.
You can increase a stat by +1. You can
So
shift
can we have
your. Yeah, you click because you have 4 at the moment. So that one clears out, and then you select one growth advancement.
Yeah. I selected a new move from my playbook.
Yeah, which means you learn a new move. For you, I would say that you can choose a metal bending move.
No, it's not
okay.
those kind of moves. You have the moves on
Oh.
your sheet. What you're talking about is a combat fighting technique, but fighting techniques you need a trainer to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Okay,
can
so not yet, no.
Right, got you, okay.
Yeah, and from that trainer you learn the skill. Yeah.
The move. I chose I chose walls can't hold me, which gives me when I rely on my skill or training to dangerously smash my way through walls or other obstacles, I roll with passion instead of focus. And I've also selected my the second person I have my connection.
Okay, cool. And with that is the end of the session number 2.